Hey, so this is gonna be part two. I'm gonna have to post it separately. Fuck around and find out. Um, but my whole thing stopped, and I'm not gonna be able to edit these together. I don't know how to do that. I'm not tech savvy. So this is part two. Look for it if you want to. um, okay, whatever, bud. So, let me fucking shit. But yeah, where we left off, research. Not only like your soul and like your existence, right? But um yeah, so specifically I'm getting a lot of like soul research and understanding of the tree of death in general. And I like honestly recommend it. Don't live in the acceptance of death, live in the love of life. But specifically I love the tree of life, but 111. The tree of death gets me going, babe. The tree of death, the idea of me diving into the darkest parts of my shadow, that gets me going. I don't know why. It's like a little thrill for me, honestly. It really is. 12, 12, 12. Um, follow your dramatic one. I heard you're not being dramatic. The idea that we have been sold of life is wrong as fuck. 144. The idea we have been sold of life, the seeds that have been planted, that we're supposed to want to harvest, we were never meant to. We were never meant to get to this point in civilization at all. It was never meant to look like this. Yeah. But follow your dreams. Even the most dramatic ones too, I heard. Like, follow that. 211. Because, like, you should do whatever you want. Like, if it isn't something that fulfills you to the fullest, 2112 222, then you shouldn't fucking do it. And that's just how I feel about it. We shouldn't be breaking ourselves to work a 9 to 5, 9 hours a day, whatever. Most people work more than that. Like, we shouldn't be doing that to like survive. We are not meant to live in a survival means whatsoever, but the denial of spirituality and the understanding of spirituality has been skewed to a point where, like, one, it's gonna take like a lot of work. It's gonna take like a lot of work to return from. And then I heard S tier. Yeah, and we like as a collective do need to heal. And like honestly, I say it all the time. 311. If Mama takes us out, good for her. Good for her. If Mama takes us out, good for her. Okay, she deserves it. She deserves to like do her shit. And I'm getting the package by a perfect circle. Hold on, because there's specific lyrics with that. I move out of my own way. Lying to get what I came for. Lying to get just what I need. I wonder how the fuck we got here. Motherfuckers lying. Anywho. Right, I was about to look it up on my phone, but then I could channel it directly from my being. This is indicative of a bigger problem. Act right. And then I heard not act 1 but act 2, bitch. Fuck around and find out. Revelations. That's all I gotta say. And I'm not even like religious like that. I'm not religious at all. Fully pagan. But there's truth in all. There's truth in all, no matter what was, depending on it, if you know how to decipher it. Depending on if you know how to decipher it. There is truth in all. Create, hone in on your skills, take care of yourself, get back in touch with yourself, and the truth of your passion, babe. What are you filling your cup up with? Age of Aquarian, Lucky Duck. Break stuff, Limp Biscuit. No, because I'm telling you now, if Mama, If mama does what she wants, look, I'm hyping her up the entire time. Do your best. Do your worst, bitch. You are allowed to. Like, Mumbo Wumbo. That's a specific channel too I've been picking up on. Same thing with the mirroring 511, the mirroring, the all of that. And something I did hear is like, oh, well, like, I can't worry about the state of the world. I'm surviving. The reason you're surviving is because of the state of the world, and if more of us, and no, I'm not trying to discredit how you feel on that, because trust me, I get it. Like, I can't even pay attention to it half the time. Trust me, I get it. But the more we, like, sit there and deny everything that's going on, the idea that we're human beings and we're better than everything else because we're more superior and we just happen to take over and like, we're just fucking animals, dude. We're literally just animals that have, like, an ego complex. And that's another thing, like, back to the first video I made, because this, again, the second part of it, and then I heard, electromagnetic, you know, the things where they, can, it's like, and I can't even say it, can I? It's like where they, send something up and, like, it cuts out all the electricity. And I couldn't even get the words out of my mouth. 6:33. Keep playing with me. But back to ego and, how much we're willing to fall over and into our ego instead of understanding from our own cup. Because ego, yes, it's a part of us, but it is also an extension of the creation of the world, if that makes sense. Again, are you willing to burn that bridge? 0707. 789. Why did 7 eat 9? Because he was stuck in the middle. Wait, no. Wait. And then I'm getting the sun and the moon. Fuck, dude. Okay. Because, yeah, that's something I need to talk about. We have, like, this beautiful creation, right? But what is that creation worth if we're just going to chop the tree down and use every single part of that creation to destroy each other? 749. 49 is square root of 7. 7 times 7 equals 49. And then 7 times 8 equals 56. And it was 56 whenever I said that. Wrap it up. Wrap it the fuck up. And, like, I get it, I sound like I'm crazy. And I always said my entire life, like, if I have to be the crazy schizo lady on the side of the corner, which don't get me started about schizophrenia. Oh, I'm meant to get started about schizophrenia. Okay, bet. If I'm meant to be the crazy schizo on the side of the street, I'll be that. 828. But specifically with schizophrenia, I technically have schizophrenia in my family. It's very common in Black families, genetically. And it is a genetic disorder. People in my family have schizophrenia. It's very common in Black homes. So, in my opinion, and take it with a grain of salt because it honestly can get iffy, but, like, spirituality is iffy. And if you get it, you get it. But schizophrenia isn't necessarily schizophrenia. In my opinion, with everything I've experienced and the fact that I've had hallucinations, right? Whenever I'm just very psychically inclined, if we can't tell, irks me. I've had the exact same hallucinations, right? Clear abilities with somebody I'm close with, and it'd be the exact same thing. If it's a mental disorder, how are we both experiencing the same hallucination? And I'm not saying all hallucinations aren't, like, you know, it just depends. But if you really think about it, if, like, it's the same way, like, I don't know how to explain that. People will, like, do something horrific and be like, oh, God told me to do it. Like, did God tell you to fucking do that? No, something told you to do that. I'm not saying it's Lucy either, because Lucy ain't goosey like that. I'm not saying it's Lucy either. But something that ain't God told you to do that, bitch. And even then, like, I don't know how to explain it other than that. Like, schizophrenia just isn't schizophrenia. Because if that were the case, that takes all of my psychic abilities and throws it out the windows. You know what I mean? Throws it out the window. You know what I mean? S tier. Um, and like, you just can't do that. I've been right too many times to know I'm not wrong. You know. Which is very hard to explain. And it's, whatever. If it resonates, it resonates. That's how I feel about it. But I've never not had one schizophrenic, because to the diagnostic, I technically would be schizophrenic, right? Technically. But I can't get diagnosed with schizophrenia. And the only time schizophrenia is considered schizophrenia, regardless of if you have hallucinations or not, is if it is connected to religious beliefs. Make it make sense. Can we, like, feel that? 11, 22, 12, 11. I think that's all I have to say on that one. And this is like, I'm a person, I am extremely clairsentient, extremely psychic. I don't need tarot cards. I don't need channeled cards. I can just channel. It's just like a fun little card game for me. And pretty colors, But that specifically is very interesting to think about. 56, 7 times 8 equals 56. Also, a lot of the things that they try to deny us are just like a lot of, I don't know how to say that. A lot of the things, 12, 11, 12, 11, that are like natural, they try to act like is not, and it's weird from my perspective. Forming a new perspective, forming new thoughts, allow yourself to, babe. Allow yourself to. It gets complicated, and like, don't scare yourself, obviously. But it is, it's just try to be as positive as you can. 1242, and honestly, like, your spirit guides are there. They're there. They love you. Like, they're connecting to you as we speak. I heard. And that's something I did have to explain. Is like, recently I had to explain it as I'm not afraid of like angels. I don't know. They're my homies, dude. They're silly geese if you really think about it. 311, 1212. 3 times 4 equals 12. 4 is a number for angels, right? But I had to explain that recently that like I'm not afraid of angels. Yeah. Okay. I'm speaking about it. There's a disruption. Keep playing with me. But I had to explain, like, angels aren't scary. You know what I mean? They're just not scary to me. Because I have, like, this tattoo. Oh, it's freaky and shit. Like, no, they're not scary to me. They're silly geese. They're silly, silly geese. And they're fun to talk to. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, even if you feel like you're being judged, I promise you're not. 12, 13, 14, I promise you're not. Like, honestly, I talk the most shit to them. Like, I make sure they hear some of the most outlandish shit I have to say, so that, hey, look, I warned you. 14, 14. Just so that they can, like, see the darkest or lightest parts of me and help me however I need to be helped. Because it's not easy sometimes to open up to them, and it's not easy to even look outside of yourself into like the void of nothing, like, hi, into the void of nothing, to be like, oh, that's an angel, you know what I mean? 1441, 444. Yeah. I'm sorry that this is like a lot today. I don't know. I think, yeah, that's the main message, is really tapping into your passion and what you want to do. You know, I heard specifically take certain things with a grain of salt. Even if that means like taking what I say with a grain of salt so you can keep your sanity, babe. I get it. 15-15, like I get it. Because specifically with like that type of journey, like it is mind-boggling, and I'm not gonna lie, like I spent years breaking my brain to be able to understand. And even then sometimes I still don't fucking get it. Like it's hard to explain. Well, like I get it. It's just judgment and preconceived notions, and no one has time for that. I'm just a goyle. Whew. Also, something about something new. Okay, something new in general. Because I just got a package, the package, perfect circle, lying to get what I came for, lying to get just what I need. 611, no, I need to look that up now. Wasn't important then, but it's important now. Something that wasn't important then is important now. And, there will be something to distract you off of it, but you just gotta, like, keep it going. Clever got me this far, then tricky got me in. I don't need another friend. Smile and drop the cliche till you think I'm listening. Take just what I came for, then I'm out the door again. And that is something, like, I don't know how to explain it. Don't be the cliche. Be like your own niche. You know what I mean? Um, I would recommend looking up a perfect circle. Like, I love Tool. I love a perfect circle. 1717, 1216. I really do recommend them. Great bands. And then he has another band called Pussifer. I love that band too. Even like the ones, and just look it up, please. Yeah, I think that's all I got. I think that's all I got, dude. Wait, hold on. Actually, I don't need to do it like that. Let me see, because moon phases are important right now. So there's a full moon. My bad, that's fucking gross, but confirmation, so you got it, you know. Um, Full moon starts the 13th, with 13 is a lucky number. At least for me, you know. And that'll be in Virgo. I've been getting a message about Virgo specifically. But now that I know that the full moon is in Virgo, that's gonna be some shit right there. Virgo, and then the next day it's in Libra. As it's coming out of that. So yeah, a lot of balance. And it is Venus in retrograde, a lot of like Kundalini specifically, a lot of Kundalini, but also just connecting back to not even femininity, but your understanding of beauty and art and love and like connection, and you know what I mean? Let's see if we can get some colors. This is it's supposed to be in the colors, right? But these are planets. Why? Who knows? Waxing crescent and waning crescent. And what is that doing? The cat memes, you know? Set intentions, wealth and success. Is your intention wealth and success? Okay, hear me out. Not you specifically, energy wise. Is the intention wealth and success, gaining wealth and success, or is the intention balance and attaining wisdom and like connection to self? So I think that's something we kind of as collective need to surrender to. Because waning crescent is surrender, which like the cat eye memes. If like you have a cat and they like, you know. I was born in the right generation. I was meant to smoke up and meow. Sorry. My bad. I don't even smoke anymore. She doesn't even go here. Hold on, fuck. Traveling, inspiration, communication, calm, forgiveness, and creativity. I would look out for the color blue. If you told a motherfucker the sky was blue, they would still say it was a different color. So why does it even matter? But don't dim your voice just because they're dumb. That was a choice of words, you know, but and also forgive yourself for falling underneath capitalistic greed because we don't even realize how much we like internalize our shame for not being able to uphold the standard of society. Um and then I heard communism. I didn't hear I heard commie scum. I don't have anything against communism. I don't know shit, you know, but that's what I heard. Back to like Silver Penny, World War II, MK Ultra, but like in a spiritual sense. MK Ultra, but like make it spiritual. Because that's all they were trying to do is like, and that's another thing that really irks me is like, if we didn't focus so much on technology and like our understanding of science, not that science isn't important, science is important, let me say that again, science is important, 1221. But if we didn't focus so much on our understanding of science and like touching shit that we ain't got no business touching, we would have been able to evolve in a way that like we don't need technology to MK Ultra. You know what I mean? Same thing. I watched Dune the other day. I didn't watch it, but I watched it. You know what I mean? And then I saw like they had technology that like gives them these abilities. I'm just like, dude, but if we connected to our genuine selves and like we did it the right way, we would have that understanding without the technology attached to it. And I know we would. Don't get me started because it genuinely irks me. And then influence, psychic abilities, wisdom, widow, Black Widow, um, hmm, hidden knowledge, Hidden Valley Ranch, um, Cool Ranch Doritos, triangles, sacred geometry. You see how like, but how that was set up. It's not even about the craziness of it. It's about how it's set up, and that is bring me back to the schizophrenia. Schizophrenia isn't even because of hallucinations. It's because of the disorganization of our brains, right? That's all it is. But if you know exactly how to tune in and what you're tuning into, you can kind of not get warped by the societal box that they try to put it in. Okay, I'm sorry. I hate whenever messages come through like that because then I look crazy, but I'm meant to do it in that way so that it can be understood and seen from a third perspective and you can kind of see my thought process and how I channel and receive. Um, Nature, physical healing, money, abundance, fertility, growth. Because it is literally our nature to do this, and they told us we were ill for doing it. 2323, same way, you know, back in the day. And it took me so long to, like, lifetimes to feel safe to practice, like, this lifetime, to feel safe enough to practice my craft. Because we were doing the devil's work. Oh my gosh, it was just the devil's work, and like you're evil and you aren't of Christ, which don't get me started right now. Um, hmm, hmm. You aren't of like good and God, so like you must be evil, and like let's throw you in a lake and see if you can swim. Who the fuck? In reality, bitches could just read, and that was witchcraft. I'm sorry. I'm still just a girl at the end of the day. Because, and the reason I said that because spirituality, peace, higher self, purity. But this is like my purest self. Through all of my shadow, through all of my light, it is the completion of me. Um, okay. Oh, wait. We're gonna get some planets out and see, yeah, again, the sun, self, main concerns, vitality. Um, okay, Uranus, rebellion, eccentricity, upheaval, air, and Aquarius, which is, again, year of Aquarian, and I remember I was at work talking with my coworker about Aquarius season. How Aquarius, you would think it's a water sign because aqua, right? But it's an air sign. But don't get me started right now. But specifically, how the reason I think it's an air sign is because the way that it flows, the way that it goes, is deeply connected to the movement of air 1224. So it sounds like water, but it isn't. I don't know how to explain that outside of it was, whatever. Neptune, imagination, dreams, delusions, water, Pisces, and then water and air. So like it just that solidified it for me, but I can't remember exactly what I said that day to be able to understand it. So Venus, air, earth, love, beauty, art, Taurus and Libra. One thing I have been picking up for people that are Tauruses is I don't know how to explain this. So, personally, I've never met a Taurus that actually likes me. Hear me out. But one thing I have noticed is Tauruses are extremely materialistic. They need like that, I'm not gonna say outside validation, but the external um grab, kind of like cash grab, asbestos one, especially what I heard. Like they make home by getting things outside of themselves and propping it up so that they can feel stable within that reality and feel like their insides match their insides, or they use their outsides to replicate or make up for their insides. And this is no beef towards Tauruses. This is just something I've been picking up on for so long. So specifically, what I do have to say is understanding, again, back to the perception of yourself, understanding your perception of yourself and how your outside isn't actually mirroring yourself. It's just like a comfort thing. And being able to make home within yourself instead of using your outside to make home within yourself. Which that, take what resonates. It's not everybody, but that's specifically just how Tauruses are. They like need that external like stimulation so that they can feel like when I heard vindicated, but I don't whatever. We're just gonna drop it because I hear the hate comments. I don't hate Tauruses. I just never have met one that actually likes me. I can tell you why, but we're not gonna get into it. We're not gonna get into it. Mars, action, desire, aggression, Aries, and fire. Yeah, I think that's all I got, babe. I think that's all I got. Wait. Oh, 666. Your thoughts need refocusing, understanding. Um, so if you didn't watch my last video, I would go watch it because that is directly connected to this. And the message I got for that, and I really don't know if I want to say it again. Well, I'll say it again, damn it. So, there's this idea that Lucifer is like bad and evil, and I'm not saying like go like do some crazy shit and like be out of pocket, right? That's not what I mean. But there's this understanding that Lucifer is just like not good, and that is like the exact opposite. Again, your thoughts need refocusing. 666-999 619-916. Because I don't know how to explain that. Okay, I'm just gonna say exactly what I said. Lucifer means light bringer, so why wouldn't he descend from heaven, fall from grace, right? Even though he didn't fall from grace, he was pushed. Don't get me fucking started. Because I talk my shit here. Why wouldn't he go to the darkest crevices to examine, understand, learn, and love and accept those beings for who they are and bring light to them? Because his name, at the end of the day, means light bringer. So why wouldn't he go into those shadows to bring light? Same way, didn't I just say I'm the type of person I love exploring my shadow? It gives me a thrill. It gives me the passion and love I need to do this work. And yeah, I think that's all I have to say about that. I think, take what take how you feel about it, what you think about it. Not up to me to decide that. That's up to you. Yeah, I do think that's all I got. This is gonna be part 2. Look for part 1. They should be uploaded like very close together, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. Have such a beautiful day. Oh my